my creative escape this Wednesday night. This is my regular Facebook Live, and I hold this each Wednesday night at 7:30. You're with Rochelle at Stamping Flair, and I'm based in Melbourne, in Australia. I'm just jumping on a touch a few seconds earlier just to give some time for people to find me and for me to make sure that we are right on in the right place. And please say hi if you are watching today. I'm making cute Easter basket, which you possibly have seen on my blog, but I thought I'll decorate it a little bit different and share some fun tips with you and make it with you. Sometimes visual is always better, like than a tutorial, like actually seeing me do it. And with Easter coming, these are so quick to make. They will make lovely table favors, and just put them on the table beside your for your Easter lunch and against your plates. They will look really lovely, and it's a great way to use all your maybe some 6x6 papers. We tend to have bits and pieces, and you could coordinate with different types of designs, and it doesn't matter what you have. So just feel free to craft alongside me. I'd love for you to craft along with me and show me what you make at the end. That'll be awesome. So can you believe that it is the end of March today? And it's a pretty exciting time for us as stamping on demonstrators, I should say, because we get to pre-order from the new catalog tomorrow. So it's an exciting day for us. And if you would like to jump in early and enjoy some lovely new products and get in early, you can add those products to your starter kit. So a starter kit is $169 and you get to choose $235 of product. So you can add products from the new catalog in your starter kit. So that's a really good option for you. And it also gets you then, after that, you can order all your products at 20% off. So if you are keen to do that, please contact me. So today, all you need is a 6x6 inch of, let me reword that, a piece of 6x6 inch paper. It doesn't matter what you have, but I'll show you what I have chosen. Let me just make that light might be a little bit strong. It is some designer series paper from our current collection, and this is Purple Posy, which is one of our retiring colors. So that's just as is. The paper is 6x6, and I just grabbed one of the sheets. You will need a trimmer or a scoring board, so you can score your lines on that. The additional tools I have is a bond folder, some paper snips, and some glue. That is your basic thing. One thing I did forget is a little strip of cardstock, which I will work on later. We don't need that at the moment, but it's a 1/2 inch by 12 inch piece of cardstock cut in half. So that's later. So that's your basic. Now for some additional creating, I've matched up with a Highland Heather ink pad. So you can match something you've got. The reason I haven't got Purple Posy because we did not have a Purple Posy ink pad. So if you're using Pretty Peacock, choose Pretty Peacock, or Mint Macaron, you can choose Mint Macaron. Whatever, that would be ideally the best, or you can choose a dark color. If you're using Coastal Cabana paper, use Bermuda Bay or something if you want just to highlight it. And then, of course, I'm doing some decorating, so which we can do later, but I just wanted to mainly show you how to make the basket. I've got a ruler and a pencil. You tend to be able to eyeball it after, but just for now, that's what I've got. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate your support, and I really appreciate when these are shared, as this video is shared as well, because it helps me and it helps people see me, and it is really valid for others, for me, when I can share my craft with others. So I'm just gonna see who's crafting with me, and please ask any questions as we go along. If anything I say is unclear or my instructions are unclear, please feel free to ask any questions. And as we go along, and ask, also share your projects at the end too, or later on. Would love to see them. So the first step, just bear with me, is you're going to score on all four sides at 2 inches. So when you have one of our paper trimmers, there are two blades. The darker one is a cutting blade, and the lighter gray is a scoring blade. Another way to identify it, it's got like an arrow, so that gives you a mark to cut, and the dot is to score. My trimmer needs a good clean, and I might give you a bit of instruction video how to clean it. It cleans up real well, and it's amazing how much gunk gets in there. The paper that comes out and the scrap. Yeah, there's lots. So first thing we do is just score it at 2 inches. So it's a very faint line, you see. But yeah, so any paper you've got is fine. I'm just giving it a bit of a harder score there. Just make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Now, that hasn't shown up very well because I'm a bit off camera, sorry. So this is, I've just gone round, scored 2 sides, so every side is at 2. The alternative for you, I just did it at the 2. You can go 2 and then 4. Same, it is the same result. Okay. Just saying 2 all around is easier than going 2 and 4. Hi Sue, good morning to you. And where are you watching from? It's lovely to have you here. So then just use your bond folder to burnish. Okay, so that's just the bond folder is always handy. And then I will bring in, so you can, I'm just taking a little more time, but when you start doing it, you'll realize how quick it is. I made a whole bunch of these. Okay. And just, you're just cutting up those 4 lines, right? So that's that. Then what you're going to do is take your halfway mark. So either it's 2 centimeters or 5 inches. I just find, 2 inches or 5 centimeters. Oops, got that wrong. So say 2.5 centimeters. Right, on either side. That's, you only mark the center little column there. If you wanted to, you can go, if that is going to be a bit helpful to you, you can mark that down like that. I didn't. Just see. Because what you're going to do now is take this. Oh, wow. That's nice. You're going to cut down. So if it's easier for you, you can mark it, but it's not necessary. Right? Just, you're going to go from edge to edge. Once you do all your embellishments on, you barely notice it. I mean, you don't notice it. Just cut that up. And you're gonna end up with this little triangle thing. My technical term, triangle thing. It is a triangle. It's just, of course, if you line it up, then it won't be doing what I'm doing. But yeah, you can roll it on the other side, if not better for you. Check out my blog post if you want like photos and things like that. Now the next thing you do is you have to divide this section into 3, which is odd, but anyway. So you do the best you can. So it's like ultimately you would just eyeball that. So it's like 5 divided by 3, so I go 1.5, 1.5, a little over 1.5, right? Centimeters, that is. So I'm just going roughly. As you cut it, you can fix it. But there's like, because it's not exact. It's very hard to divide 5 by 3. I'm no maths expert, but my ruler doesn't go into the decimals. Once you do a few of these, you go, oh yeah, near enough is good enough. Because really, when it's Easter, people are just wanting the chocolates. Then again, I am just going to cut down these lines, my imaginary lines, that's what I mean. If you're really wanting it straight, then use a ruler. I have not. You can see one's a bit thin and it works out okay in the end. But it's very hard to get that exact measurement. And I don't break my head over things like that. Right. So then the next step is we measure a 1/4 inch. So let's go this way. So it's like a 1/2 centimeter from there, but you're not cutting it on that end, so you're cutting these two. That's right there. So when you do it, these outer ends are going to stay as is, and these ones are going to get cut down. So approximately 1/2 centimeter. So I'm just going to measure that, and I will measure that. This is a great little craft project to get in kids involved because it's easy. I mean, if you do all the main things I'd love to make is the basket of it. It's a nice project. And then just trim that down. So you're gonna have one longer and one shorter. Two shorter, sorry. So those are exactly the same, right? So it's quick. It's just because I'm sort of trying to show you it's a little bit of a lengthier process, but as you do it, you will find it's quick. So that is your basic what you have. So now to the next thing you will want is a 1/2 inch by 12 inch piece of paper or a 1/2 inch by 6 inch, but 2 pieces of them. So I will cut them down because I didn't do that. So I'll go my 6 inch. This is a really great thing in help in the trimmer, which I've found. This buffer here is the 6-inch mark, so that's really handy. And then I just need 2 of them. I probably should have moved, managed, and we just need another one like that. I'm just gonna come. Oh, that's a bit wide. Hang on, sorry, that's in the camera. Maybe. I think that's not even. Yeah, that's right. 6 inches. Let me just hold on. I've got the. When this trimmer comes, if you purchase the trimmer, you will get this edge. It's all in inches. You can purchase the metric attachments separately. So that's what, if you're in Australia, you will want that. Okay, so what my next thing is to do is take my ink pad. Let's get some scrap paper. So I'm using Highland Heather. That is a pretty close match to Fire Purple Posy, which didn't happen in the ink pad. So now this is one of our retiring colors. So if it's one of the colors you like, I would suggest you get on, because our retiring list, those products are only while supplies last. Some items have gone out the door, and there are still some are there. There's quite a lot there, and I'm surprised at some things that are still there. So I want to create like depth on these, the whole piece, and on my handles. These are going to be my handles. So I'm just going to go around with my sponge dauber and go right around with it. That's one, and it does create a nice look at the end, like you will see it all come together. If you don't follow me on YouTube, please, I'd love for you to follow me. I have quite a few videos up there. My Creative Escapes go on there, all my workshops where I do in my group go on there. So I've got quite a few on there. I'd appreciate you subscribing, and then you'll get notified of all when I put up there. I'm going to be having some over Easter as well, so should have some fun. We start school holidays tomorrow, so looking forward to that, having a bit of a 2-week break from work, more time to craft and relax and sleep in. Who loves to sleep in on the holidays? I love my sleep-ins. I'm a night owl. So I'm just going around this and just adding, it doesn't have to be very, not too much. You don't have to do a lot of it, but I'm tapping off here just so you don't get a heavy coverage, and then you can add more as you need. Always easier to add more, isn't it? It does get tricky when you've got little bits and pieces sticking all over. So. This will finish soon, and then you can see all the assembly how it's done. and easy. Isn't Purple Posy a lovely color? It is soft. And are you looking forward to seeing the new colors? If you would like a catalog, please message me or write a comment in here and I'll get one out to you. It looks fabulous. And I think you'll like the colors too. We always take to some and then others. I like them all. There are some surprises. That's all I can say. My lips are sealed. And you're watching me very patiently while I do this. Seems like 100 years when I'm doing this and you guys have to watch me. Sponge daubing is a bit like coloring. It just feels, it's quite relaxing. Oh yeah. Just like my blends. I love coloring with blends and watercolors. It just feels so relaxing to do, and you just kind of love mixing up the colors and things like that. Just blending it all in. So that's pretty much done for now. If I see anything, I will add any more. Right. So now to assemble, you're going to bring in the two outer edges first. Right? So they will form like that. And then these two will, the two second layers will come like that. And then the third, and then this one, when I get my fingers all done, will fall like that. Right? And that's going to be, that's the idea. So I'll assemble with, so we'll assemble it together. So just use your choice of glue. You might like seal. My preference is the liquid glue, but it doesn't matter. I find that it gives you some room to move, and that's it. That's all I've done. That's the first layer. I'm not moving too much, but that's it. I've just joined it like that. So the two out ends, the longest ends first. Then we bring in the middle one. Same thing. But as you're bringing in, it's forming that pleated look. And don't worry, if you've got bits like this, it's getting covered up by that triangle at the end. So it's a pretty good camouflage there. And then I put a bit of glue under to make that stick onto that. Yeah? That, and you'll find that that sits like that. I'll just put that onto that, and somehow there was a little bit of glue underneath. You can bring it closer together. How you assemble, it doesn't matter. And now in my original baskets I made on my blog post, you would see that I die cut a circle, folded in half, and put it over here to cover, because you have a bit of excess there. We'll just put, we can do that too, and I might still do that. And just for ease, I'm going to use an old punch I have on hand, so I don't have to use a, and I'm just folding it in, because I found the little edge of the triangle was a bit long. But the idea is to cover that little section. I use the Tasteful Label size in my original basket. So isn't that pretty? So now we'll do the other side. I do it straight, so then it's like sitting like that. I guess you could do it on an angle, it wouldn't matter. So again, like that. I referred to who I saw it, I think, on a blog post, on my blog post, because I honestly cannot remember whose lovely project this was. I did see it on someone's Pinterest. I thought it's one of the cutest baskets I've seen. I just love the look of it. Oops, that's not straight. That's not straight, Rochelle. Oh yes, I managed. I breathe and I pray that it'll come apart sometimes, or when I make a mistake, I go, oh, God help me. It works. Just put a bit of glue under there, and then I'll just stick that down there. That triangle in the front is very handy because it does cover it up. But I am going to do some decorating as well on that. I'll just hold it for a few seconds and then it will hold. So that's the basic. That's just basic what it is. I'm just gonna grab an old punch I had. Now this is retired, but just use any circle or whatever you've got. This is the 1¼ inch color. You can use the tasteful labels on. That worked perfectly for what we needed. Okay, and that was fun. What's that happen to you with your punches? Okay, so where they go, it sometimes happens with embellishments. They disappear. Oh, my carpet has plenty of embellishments. You like it, child? Yeah, you'll have to make some for the kidlets. I will fold this up. You can use your trimmer. But let's just and I've just folded in half. So use whatever punch die, anything you have, and I'm just going like that, right? We have a little die you can use, yeah, in the layering circles dies. There's a few options there for you to use if you don't have this particular punch. I always say get rid of my retired stuff, a lot of it, but my punches I keep and keep and keep because they're always handy. They're so easy to use. So yeah, so it just covers your sins there. Covers up the mess. No. It's a really pretty basket. I think it's really pretty. So I am going to put ribbon on it, but just additional, just prettified a bit. So how you decorate it is just totally up to you, right? I pulled this out. I'm not sure how it'll go, but let's work it out. It does get covered, but that was just my choice on how I wanted to do it. No, you don't have to do it like this. Let's put it towards the top. This ribbon is so cute, and I think it gives that real Easter look to it. So we're going to add double-sided tape. I could have avoided, in hindsight, sponging that top bit, but I was showing you how I would do it. I did it on all my other baskets I made, because sometimes you might not do this ribbon thing. This is something I didn't do on the previous project, but I wanted to show you another way to decorate it. And I will trim that off there, and And I will add another bit. Normally I don't have double-sided tape going right around for ribbon, but in this case I am because of the nature of the project. Because of the basket, you do want it sitting and not flopping all around. Now I have the bit over there, so I'm just going to trim that around. I don't want the tape sticking out. Just was a bit crooked. That's all I'm doing there. And by doing this, I will take, so this is going to be my front because I'm going to cover this up, right? That's why I have the join there. As usual, my Take a Pic tool has one for book, both of them. They're somewhere on my desk. I use it all the time. Okay, so I'm assembling this with a tiny bit over. So I will get my scissors, which I have. This is a separate one I have for everything. I'm just going to do it in the center. So see where that, like the craft or the crumb cake look is. I'm just attaching it so you have a little bit of scallop above. I think that's a pretty look to it, and it also makes you see that bottom bit of the scallop in there. Isn't it nice when we have like the perfect colorings so we can see a nice coordinated project like this purple Posy ribbon is perfect. This ribbon you can also color the center or turn it over and color the back. So that's that. Pretty cute. I like that ribbon. Now for the handles, I'm still going to decorate more, but just for the handles, take your ball and folder because it's going to give it a bit of a curl. So run your ball folder gently like that. So it just gives it a bit of a fold. And I'm going to have your basket handles like that. Okay? So I'm doing it on the opposite side to the sponge door opening. Is that even a word? Doubling? I don't know. But I use it all the time. It's in the Rochelle dictionary. Alright, so I put a bit of glue here. And a bit of glue here. So then you can feel where you want it to go. And I did it on the inside. The person who had did it on the outside. Now that's, I think, a matter of choice, how you like it, right? So you can put those handles on the outside if you want. Yes. But I prefer it on the inside. So that a little bit more. A bit of glue on that side. This is on the area which has sponge velvet, so it's on the right side. So we're going to glue that first, and I'm just doing it on the inside of the circle. So sorry, on the outside of the circle. So give yourself some sort of gauge. So it works up for you. I think that might need a bit more glue. Okay. It actually has a look of fabric, the whole thing, when it's there. So that's that's the basic basket you can see. Now I'm going to do a little bit of extra decorating. So let me know what you think. Is anyone making this with me at the moment? Now I brought in this. Now don't get scared. This rainbow glimmer, it looks a bit, whoa. Yeah, but if you, I'm not a like full on color person, but if you use it in accents, and I've used it a lot actually, if you use it in certain ways, it's really, really pretty. So because it's got so many colors, the colors of the rainbow, you can use it in many, many ways. So that's an entire sheet, and you can see how many colors you get. So this is a bit of rainbow glimmer paper. I'm just trying this. Let's see how we go, whether it's any good or it could look terrible. We can only try. This might be a bit too big. Yeah, we'll see that. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try the purple portion of this paper, right, and see how it looks. And I've taken my 2-inch circle punch. This punch is retiring, as are all our circle punches. It is still available if you want to get it. Like I said, I always keep my punches very handy. Now, I like that look, right? Not done yet. Now I'm going to bring in another product that is retiring, which is the Butterfly Gala bundle, which is the stamp set and the punch. Now, this has been around a couple of years, I think it could be even more. It has some great sentiments, several butterflies, with so I'm just using one. Now, what I did with this stamp set, this is one stamp set in that sense. So you stamp two at a time, so they punch two at a time. However, I wanted them separate, so I did cut the stamps in half. So therefore, I have one butterfly there, which I'm going to stamp. And because it's photopolymer, I'm going to use a piercing mat. And I'm going to stamp it in Memento. Now, Memento ink is good. No, I won't stamp it in that color because it's going to give me a black. I was thinking in black, but no, I will not do it in black. I think I'll do it in a color, and then I can color it in. Sorry. So I will do it in this. Back to highline header. We'll keep it the same color scheme. Right? And we will bring in some blends, which is Mango Melody is retiring. So they are available, and I think the purple Posy blends are still there. I checked just before we went on live because I wanted to make sure these colors were there. So Mango Melody is available. It is reduced. I think I could be wrong. I think they were down to 9 or something, but these were quite a big discount on those purple Posy blends. So I am just coloring this in with stamping blends are alcohol marker, and they work really nicely. So this is something that you don't need for that basket, right? It's just something above and beyond I'm doing. And if for Easter you are pressed for time, just make those baskets and put those eggs. Honestly, I think kids will just love kids, and the big kids will love it. Like in our house, I was saying, my partner Adrian is as big a kid as anybody, and he and Cassidy will be doing Easter egg hunt, and he'll be going, I got more. So I did the hiding of the eggs, and that's it. So there we go, and I will leave that as is, and we'll see if we need anything else. So our punches are closed for easy storage, and you just release that to open them up. There is a center for that butterfly, so I might stamp in. And 1st of April. Who's going to do April Fool's jokes? Do you guys still do that? I always feel bad. How do I do it? Oops, that was a bit wrong. Never mind. I'm going to color that. It was a bit hard to see. I probably should have stamped that prior to prior to punching it out. So here's how I fix it. Alright. Let's see. We can fix it. It's almost fixed. And then I will bring in my dark purple Posy and blend that in. And actually, because it is highline heavily stamping, I need to my highline has it somewhere. It's probably too big a class, which I found, so that's okay. You can always see that. And I'll just try and blend that in. Now, this is what I had in mind. That on that. And I will use my bone folder again. And we give our butterfly wings a bit of a curl. Get my glue dots. These are a bit tricky with this sort of glimmer paper because it's got that surface that is a little bit hard to stick on. I find glue dots to help. So put my glue dots on the back. I'm just gonna want to, yeah, just like that. So I'll put that on there, and then I will just stick it on there, maybe on a corner. So I'm just gonna put glue on that, and we'll just put it on half and see how that goes. Because you don't want it showing on the other end. And so you want to make sure that it doesn't show on the back of it. Now you could make that in blue and green and yellow, and you can still use this rainbow glimmer paper. This is also retiring. So with a lot of options with that paper, so to use it on this type of project as well, because of the many colors and because of the rainbow colors, and you're having trouble sticking that on. It's refusing to play, and I think it is because of the ribbon under. I'm pretty sure it's because of that ribbon under. So what I will do is put some tape there. Good these things happen so we can experiment together. And why do I press that down? You may be asking, why should I do that? It just helps the top of my the backing to come off easier. Generally. I'm trying not to touch that glue. It's a bit tricky. After all this, we don't want to mess up our thing. But we can always cover it up. Right. It doesn't want to stick. Let's try another piece. It wasn't happening for me. The concentration. I might cut a bit off that. Yep, that's better. Okay. So now that gets covered up, and we can see our glue. And even though that's quite bright, that paper, the rainbow paper, when you put it against that, it just looks nice, I think. It just adds a lovely look about it. Just hold it like that for a bit. I've got a blue eraser, we'll get that little bit of residue off. And that's pretty much my project. You can see what we've done. Did anyone make it with me? If you have, I'd love to see your photos, or if you do it in the next couple of days, please share a photo of what you have done. If you watch the replay and you do make it, please share with me. I'd love to see the variations of what you do and how you create it. It's really nice to see when people try different things, and it's lovely to see how you decorate it and what you do. So I'd love to see your projects. So that's it from me today. Any questions, please feel free to ask them. If you want to message me privately, you can. And I've got my horse cut up there for you to place your order. You can shop online or 24/7. That's available. And if you go onto the promotions area, you can see what is available in the retiring list. So that updates constantly. So if something's sold out, it won't be showing there. So which is really good. So it's real time. So if you like something, please get it straight away. So I don't want you to miss out on anything. There are some really good bargains there too. So don't wait, because I've seen things sell out pretty fast. But one day I was trying to look at something and I went back and it was gone. So that's just the way it is now with the retired products. So I will put a list of what I've used for this project today. But of course, with the paper and ribbons, you can use whatever you've got on hand. And I hope you have a really nice Easter, guys. Anything, help me with ordering. I'm happy to place that order for you. So please call me. I'm available to take that order for you. And I'll be available throughout the holidays as well. So that's always there for helping you. So thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'd love if you share the video with your friends, and that is really helpful to me and my business. So thanks so much for your support, and I will hopefully see you during the holidays and with the Easter break coming up. So have a lovely Easter. God bless. Take care. Bye.